In the heart of Jamaica, a man was born into chains, but carried the flames of freedom in his soul. His name was Sam Sharpe, a name that would shake an empire. Sharpe was born around 1801, on the Croydon estate, St. James. From childhood, he saw cruelty in slavery but found light in the Baptist Church. Here he learned to read and write, skills forbidden to the enslaved, and a courage began to grow that would change history. Sam Sharpe was no soldier, he was a deacon, a man of faith. He preached in the field, spreading hope and courage to the enslaved. Africans in the quarters called him Daddy Sharpe, for he was more than just a preacher. He was also a leader through quiet meetings and secret messages. He called the slaves to rise not with bloodshed, but with unity. Although he was strong and had a lot of confidence, he was not alone. Brave men like Robert Gardner, Samuel Clark, George Taylor, and Davy joined him, along with courageous women who secretly passed messages and supplies. His plan was simple. On December 27, 1831, enslaved workers would refuse to cut cane. No labor, no profit, a peaceful strike against the master's wealth. But the planned change. At Kensington Estate, the first fire lit. The once planned strike is now a firestorm. Cane fields burned. The cry for freedom was no longer silenced. The British Empire answered with violence. Soldiers swept through parishes, burning, whipping, and killing. More than 500 enslaved Africans were executed without mercy, and others were left with scars for life. At the center of it all, Sam Sharpe betrayed, captured, brought to trial. His sentence was death by hanging. Yet even in his final moments, he spoke for freedom. On May 23, 1832, at 31 years old, Sharpe stood before the gallows. He declared boldly, "I would rather die upon the gallows than live in slavery." His words echoed in the hearts of enslaved Africans across Jamaica. Sharpe's sacrifice wasn't in vain. News of the rebellion reached London. The rebellion forced Britain to confront the horrors of slavery. By 1833, the Slavery Abolition Act freed over 800,000 enslaved Africans across the British Empire. Sharpe's words had kindled a revolution of freedom. In 1976, Charles Square was renamed Sam Sharpe Square. By 1983, 5 bronze statues were erected, with Sharpe holding a Bible at the center. Around him, men and women stand, nameless yet eternal, commemorating courage and sacrifice. In March 2025, vandals smeared the statues with green paint. The nation was outraged. The Jamaica National Heritage Trust cleaned and restored them. Today, the statues stand proud, unbroken, and unbowed. Sam Sharpe, Robert Gardner, Samuel Clark, George Taylor, and the countless African women and men whose names are lost. They proved that even in chains, the human spirit cannot be broken. Sharpe's words remain eternal. "I would rather die upon the gallows than live in slavery. The fire he lit must never die."